Wax on, Danielson. What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Badwolf, rocking the old school Batman. Batman. And who was the best one? Oh, God. I still say Michael Keaton. But I am kind of fond of the new guy, Patterson. And then from there, I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the video. So thank you guys for checking in. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. And as always, if you see anybody using my materials, my likeness, or whatever in any kind of negative way, shape, form, or fashion, report them. Report the video. Report all that stuff for bullying and slandering, because all we're trying to do is share knowledge. And I'm not even telling you that all of this stuff, even though it is, for me, from my perspective, all 100% legit and right, but it is also still educational and entertainment purposes and use only. So if you see anybody using anything negative, calling us the S word, and I don't mean Superman, report them for those things, bullying and slandering. All right, now to go on. So a lot of people asked me about the affidavit, and I could have sworn I made an affidavit on it. So I don't know if they jacked that one, or I just didn't, or I put bits and pieces of it and other stuff. So an affidavit, guys, is nothing more than, and people, some of these old school gurus, like I said, I'm not a guru, all right? I'm still just a Padawan learner. I know a lot, but I'm always still trying to learn. A guru means that that person has learned so much that you can't tell them anything new, and they're not trying to learn anything new, okay? So definitely not a guru. So the affidavit is nothing more, and the reason why I use it a lot is because it's one thing to beat them with your own declaration. Here's my declaration. I declared on this decree that I am these things. Okay, it's cool. And I get why they do that. They do that because from their perspective, you don't want to be one toe inside of their jurisdiction. You don't care if they take you serious or not. And you just want to basically brandish that you are, over the line. So kind of like a, little kid, like my son always does. Okay, so that's for you, Mr. Percy. And that's fine. You can do that. That's your style. Get down, rock with it. The reason why I use affidavits is because I like to beat them at their own game. Okay, I beat them with their own materials. All right, I won my first court case when I was 19. All right, I beat the prosecutor before I even stepped foot into the courtroom. The judge actually asked me, "Are you a lawyer? Or are you studying to be a lawyer?" And I was like, "No." All right, so the reason why is because if you beat them at their own game in their own formats, that's it. There's nowhere for them to run. All right. Them looking at your declaration from my perspective, and it's just this, I'm the living man, and here's my, 2 thumbprints and whatever else. And there's some merit to some of that stuff. But they're just going to say this is frivolous 9 times out of 10, and they're just, probably just going to chuck it. When you create an affidavit and you tell them you want this recorded, okay, and you put on the top, and this is how you create an affidavit, literally affidavit of whatever you're trying to convey, affidavit of facts, affidavit of status, you put that on the top. Now, an affidavit from this point on is really all in how you want to set it up. Once you put the word affidavit on there, it's an affidavit. That's it. And there is no one perfect format, okay? But typically, I will block letter everything to the left, okay? So you can put, if you want, under affidavit of truth, affidavit of status, affidavit of standing, whatever it is, affidavit of demur. On the left-hand side, you can put their address, your address, date, time, all that kind of stuff. You can, at the top, you can leave a space for a recorder to put a number, like put a couple lines, 2 or 3 lines, put recorder's number on here because you want them to record it in the court, or you want them to record it wherever you're sending it to, Secretary of State or Chief of Police, whatever. Okay, you're creating your own format. We don't have to follow their formats. We don't have to follow their rules. They have to follow all of the rules because that's the deal that they have with Congress, which means the people stood up and said, we want you guys to hold them accountable for this. When you're acting as a second-class citizen or a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen, then yes, they do expect you to abide by their things because you are there. So what do? We mix the jurisdictions a little bit because they've already done that to us, and they try to beat us over our head with it, so let's turn the tables, all right? but always in a professional and proper manner, self-dignified. So I create a affidavit, which is theirs. I put my information in it. And what is an affidavit? An affidavit only means your truths from your perspective. Don't lie, but there's nothing wrong with you telling your perspective of the truth. So I am not a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. I am not a federalized state employee. I'm not an employee of the state. I am not these things. My name in all capitalized letters represents the business trust that was issued from the state of in the form of an employee. My correct name is my given name, which there's a difference between the legal name, which is the 3-part name or the 2-part, and my given name. Here is my given name. If you wish to communicate with me, the given name, who is the authorized agent, assumes no responsibility nor liability, financial or physical, for the estate name or the public transmitting utility or the employee account, then you need to contact me with the given name. Okay? And then we can reference that. So after you have all of that, you make all of your binding things. Another thing I like to have towards the bottom is I'll say something like use of the notary does not construe any form of jurisdiction, because that could be construed that way. You don't want to give your jurisdiction away or waive any of your rights. One of the key words that you want to have towards the bottom as well, but you sign underneath along with the notary, is the word jurat, J-U-R-A-T. It means a solemn and binding pledge under penalty of perjury that all the information here is true. So remember, don't put anything false in there, because you're telling them, literally, I pledge that I would prefer to go to jail and pay all these huge fines if you find me that any of this information is wrong. So don't play games, but put your truth in there. All right. Now, when you send off your affidavits, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get anything back from them because they can't really argue it and they don't want to entertain that. Sometimes they might throw them away. Sometimes they might file them. I've sent out 20 or 30 over the years and I've gotten only one back. All right. So in the particular place that I sent this one, this leading authority in this particular state literally said, "Dear Mr. Lovett, we are in reception of your materials. We do not have the filing capacity nor the statutory authority over you. So enjoy your travels through blank, blank, blank state," that I was in at that particular time. Okay? So, of course, I kept that because now if any one of the low-level functionaries below this particular person, which there is nobody higher than this person in that particular state, decides they want to come at me and bother me for something, well, guess what? Your boss just said he doesn't have it, so you don't have it, okay? Because once again, I'm living in the private. So you get your affidavits notarized, and yes, there's a difference between a public notary and a notary public. You can actually use pretty much either one, but typically the one that's your bank, the notary public is usually going to be I might have had that mixed up. Notary public, public notary, I always mix those two up. Anyway, whichever one is typically at your bank is usually going to be the one that you do, and that one's on the commercial side. The other one is on the private side and does the same job. That's why there's a difference in the name. They switch, it's 2 different jurisdictions. Either way, you're good. Matter of fact, most people who do a standard declaration should use the private ones versus the other ones. But understand this, if you have created your nation and you got your stampers and stuff done, you are the leader of your nation, and from your nation, you are speaking to them so you can stamp your own stuff. Okay? So that's really about it. You put all your facts in there, have the proper format. Now, for those people who have been asking me, do I have any sample affidavits? Yes, on the website I do. Do I have mine that I use for sending out for notifications and stuff? Yes, I do. That one's for pay. I do have a free one on there. But if you want to create your own from scratch, all you have to do is type in on Google or Yahoo or whatever else, Bing, DuckDuckGo, create a free affidavit online. It'll take you to Rocket Lawyer or Law Depot, and you can actually just fill in your information as you go, and they'll have everything in the formats, in the standard format you can use right there. So that's it, guys. Affidavits are not hard. They're not scary. This is how you tell them in their world, what your truth is and what your status is as a foreign national, a non-citizen national, national of the United States, private person. And don't be thrown off by the fact that maybe some of you guys are idiotas. Oh, Wolf, I'm not an idiot. Well, if you're challenging what I just said, you might be. Because idiota means a private person in Black Law's dictionary. Didn't they ever say something like you can't prosecute an idiot? Just because that's what they call us, or an idiota, that doesn't mean that it means something different in their world. You have to know what you're dealing with, all right? So that's about it, guys. Go get your affidavits, go get samples, go make your own, mix and match the information to best suit your world, create your nations, live in peace and harmony, and support the Badwolf, all right? So you guys have been doing a good job. We're doing okay. Like, I can actually now afford that third light bulb. So that's why the lighting is better, and continue to support. So, yeah. You go out there with your hot self and go get some stuff done. But remember to self-govern, guys. All right. So thank you guys once again. The Badwolf Media channel just hit 1,000 subscribers. So now I get to make some wacky, zany, fun videos over there and just be truly unbridled. So, level 7, unrestricted, a la carte, for those people who understand. All right, guys, go have some fun. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.